Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
It is hard to believe this will be the last show of the year 2022. Can you believe it, peoples? Can you believe it? It is the 26th day, Christmas yesterday, and I hope everybody had a great time. I had a great time and want to show you a few pictures. Certainly the very first picture is my nephew Cal and I went to my niece's Cindy in Cabot, Arkansas. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at him and I am shocked. The darn boy is so tall. We were at my niece Cindy's and her family, and we have a picture there, and that's Benny and me and Cindy, and that's little Aiden and Anthony and Cassie and Jake, and Big Cal is right there. For some reason, he doesn't look as tall in that picture as he did the other picture. Man, can't believe Christmas is coming gone. The New Year's is coming next, and we got a great Power Pro show, and I'm not coming at you alone at all. I've got company as I'm sitting over here and I'm scooting over here and want to bring in the producer of the show live once again. The only person I allow in here is my friend and producer and co-host of this show, Adam Dunn. What in the world are you doing, boy?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. What's up with you?
Oh, not much. Just came over to Memphis for Christmas. So, of course, I got to make that extra hour drive over to Jonesboro to see you. I think I've seen you once a month since you've moved in here.
Is that right?
I think so.
September.
Yep.
Check.
The end of October.
Check. And we can't figure out when you came in October.
Yeah, I don't remember why.
November, you were in the vicinity. Allison.
For Thanksgiving.
Your wife came with you.
Yeah, we all came to visit. And then, of course, now December.
We'll have to figure out why in the world you were here in October. That's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah, I don't remember why.
Was anything need to be fixed or changed or anything like that?
Not that I remember right off, but you put me to work as soon as I got here today.
Yes, I did. I forgot what it was. The bathroom.
Yes, the flusher thing for the toilet.
Oh, got to have that to be sanitary.
So, yeah, so we changed that out.
Let's take a look at what we're going to see today because we've been on a roll with Power Pro Wrestling, and let's see, and let you run over that real quick.
Right, so Brooks Tullis says, hello, Randy.
Hey.
Lester Sells is watching from Smyrna, Tennessee.
From Smyrna, Tennessee.
Well,
love it, Lester.
That's impressive, but Panetta's watching all the way from over the pond.
Now, we had a question, and since you brought it up, you can lay it out correctly.
Okay,
to Panetta.
Right, so
the first lady of this show.
So I was actually, Panetta, I was talking to Randy off air before we came on the show, and I said, you know what would be terrible? It'd be funny, but it'd be terrible. I said, I wonder if we're actually pronouncing her name right, because it looks like Paniti. And so I was just, I'm like, she's never corrected us, so maybe we're saying it right. So if we're saying it wrong, tell us, and I apologize. I just thought that would be kind of funny.
Now, she bought into
–
She bought into Cal's picture.
Cal being 9 feet tall?
Yeah.
Because, Randy, you're as tall as me at least, and I'm 6'3", so that Cal would have had to have been 8'3".
So, obviously, so many people
bought the deal.
It was a gimmick picture. Right. He was standing on the box, people. Yeah. I'm not kayfabing anymore. Right. I was trying to get a pop, and I was trying to figure out how many. So, go ahead and keep talking to us.
Stephen Goad says, Merry Christmas, Randy Hales.
I love him.
Forget me. No, I'm joking.
Love him.
Now Al says, hello, Randy, Adam, and everyone. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. He's very nice. Who else?
Panetta said, hi, Adam. It's great to have you both in the same studio. Absolutely. Yay. Here we are. And Randy Wade says, Kansas City in the house.
All right, my buddy. If not for his dad getting me in wrestling free, I would have never been doing this show here today. Now, did Panetta ever answer your question? Whether Panetta, are we butchering your name? Are we saying it wrong? Or are we saying it right? I'd appreciate it.
I've wondered that for 2 or 3 years now, and I'm going to feel terrible if we have been butchering it.
I'll blame you, of course.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
producers I'm the star of this thing.
Yeah, blame me for the car situation. I'm surprised Jeff Wheeler's not on here doing that. But only Pat and Michael say my name right. P-N-E-T. But I'm not serious about that. PJ will be fine. So it is Paniti. Is that close? So let us know. So yeah, so you've been butchering it for 3 years.
So I'll say PJ, but I don't. It's my show. I can do whatever heck I want.
Yeah, it's
and
his
right
show,
now,
his show, he lays out the notes.
Whatever I want to do now is you tell people what we're going to have on the show today, and we'll get to it. Then I may elbow you.
You're right. Just knock me over here. Yeah. The cane's going to drag me off. Okay. All right. So this is going to be episode 45. See, Randy's just looking off, not paying no attention. Episode 45, the February 20th, 1999 edition of the Power Hour. We're going to see Too Sexy Brian Christopher going against Derrick King. We'll see more of Lawler and sister Stasiak. A Lumberjack strap match, Erin O'Grady versus Vic Grimes. Highlights from the Jonesboro Bad Street match just down the road here. In studio, Brandon Baxter, and we'll have video from Michael Hayes. Randy Hales, Baldo, and Kid Wicked. And we'll get a update status on the Young Guns title, because right now Baldo's holding the Young Guns title and the heavyweight title.
For some reason, I thought that was next week.
It says we'll get a status of it. I think next week we act on it.
Okay.
And then the main event will be the King going against Shawn Stasiak. So that'll be a good one.
Catch us up.
Greg Wayne says, hello all. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and a happy New Year.
We did. Who else?
That's just that we put. I almost said Panetta again. So P-N-E-T.
I'll say PJ.
You'll say PJ.
All right. You ruined it. Or I might say it's Panetta because I like that better.
All right.
Anybody else that we hadn't?
Nope, that's it.
Chat. What? How about Al seeing the picture? What's he say there?
He says that picture was like when Vince had Andre stand on the box while he interviewed him to make him look even bigger. Yeah, because Andre just wasn't tall enough, apparently. And then Randy Wade says, hey to Greg.
Hey to Greg. Randy Wade says to Greg Wayne, and we're about to get this Power Pro show going and enjoy some Power Pro wrestling together right now.
Like that zoom bang approach. They like the fat stuff like your brother Shawn. But you know what? Us guys from the South, we can do that too. Let me show you. Come here.
Yeah. Whoa.
A little surprise, I guess, today.
Wow, Lawler.
All of a sudden now, I don't see much resistance.
I don't see much of a fight going on here, Corey.
Uh-oh.
And
Stacy is holding Stasiak back. Now all of a sudden, Stacy's coming out.
Stacy all of a sudden getting kind of unhappy that this is going on so long. Yeah, she grabs Stasiak. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Stasiak comes out.
Everybody going at each other. Stacy going against Terry, Stasiak's sister. And in the ring, it's Lawler against Stasiak. We got a free-for-all going here.
Oh, my goodness. Stasiak's sister and Stacy going at it. She's on top of Stacy there. Good. She's got Stacy.
Just went on a long time. He said it all himself.
Here comes Stacy. I saw Stacy.
Stacy sprayed something and
Pritchard time.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I thought she was coming after Stasiak, but you say sprayed something in Dr. Tom's eye. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's how we got it started. Took a look back, see, to last week's great Power Pro show, and we're ready to go with this edition of Power Pro Wrestling.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the fabulous February Brawl on the Power Hour, live from the studios of TV5. I'm Dave Brown. Here's Corey Macklin.
Hey, we're raising the roof today on the Power Hour, yeah? Hey, big day today. So you got the false count anywhere, but the King, Jerry Lawler, taking on the fruit chipper, Shawn Stasiak. Looking forward to that one. And on his way to the ring.
I always loves the open.
Stepping in is Mr. Personality, Dave.
Hey, we're going to get some word, I hope, from Jerry Lawler.
Stan and Sharon.
Situation. That thing's more complicated in the days of
Have we ever tried to get the cat on the phone? I've got her on my radio show on Wednesdays once or twice.
This means war in Jonesboro. was the most successful wrestling event ever there. One of the most successful ever.
Hey, Andrew.
It was huge, wasn't it?
We got some
Appreciate it.
footage from fan cam of the six-man bad street match over there, and much, much more coming up on the Power Hour today. Derrick King, Mr. Personality, is just waiting there in the ring. Here comes his opponent.
Just to smarten everybody up, because we're here together and I'm wearing headsets, and there's just one place for a headset that I know of. Anyway, Adam, there might be another one here somewhere. But anyway, Adam cannot hear the commentary, and now he cannot hear this interview from Stasiak.
Oh, Dave decides to get up out of his chair and come interview me.
Well, you've got a match.
I know I got a match, but I want to talk first. I want to talk to all my fans. They came in and
He's just so entertaining, so good. What a fantastic wrestler, speaker, had charisma, born with it.
Me, and you didn't even let us do an interview. You pulled the microphone away every time we had something to say.
We had a busy show last week.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's coming back. And when he gets back, we got big matches over in Jonesboro, Arkansas coming up. What's the name of the theme over there? For all the marbles.
For all the marbles.
Tag team championships are going to be on the line. Well, me and Scott Taylor, we already breezed through the first round, and you're looking at the next tag team champions. Now, what about this joke up here in the ring?
It's not a joke. That's Derrick King, Mr. Personality.
Randy, I know you love me to death. I know that you know I'm the future of Power Pro Wrestling. I'm going to be here for years to come wearing all the gold. But he gave me the day off. Because this is no competition right here, Dave. None at all. This is not any competition for me. I am great. And this right here is a skinny, skinny punk. I'm not even going to break a sweat.
Well, we'll see. Why don't you just climb in?
Yeah, we will see, Dave Brown. Right here, I'm going to destroy this young punk.
Well, Brian Christopher never.
I don't know what Dave thought about that, about Brian.
And Derrick King right now.
Shawn Stasiak over at ringside, and I'd invited guest is Stasiak.
Good evening, Rod W. Robinson, watching Power Pro Wrestling right here on December the 26th. We're watching the show from February the 20th, 1999.
Ring the bell to begin with.
God, stay out of the way with it.
This should be a great match. Derrick King, very talented rookie, dropped Toho there, and he's gloating, he's bragging, he's happy that he's doing so good so early. It's the Power Hour. We'll hear again from Sister Stasiak. Again, as Adam said, a lumberjack strap match between Erin O'Grady, Crash Holly, and Vic Grimes. Highlights from the Jonesboro Bad Street match. We have a studio interview with Brandon Baxter, a taped interview with Michael Hayes, then the status of the Young Guns title, and also Jerry Lawler and Shawn Stasiak. Big show also tomorrow on Talking Memphis Wrestling, and we will cover that a little bit later.
By the way, you and Lawler have got an explosive match coming up a little bit later on. What an explosive match means, fans.
Did you like Derrick King back in the day?
Yeah.
This era?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't consider him just a preliminary boy, just somebody underneath, but that was used.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, young gun, right? So up and coming type guy. This was my first exposure to him was Power Pro.
I was asking what was Brian like as a kid, and seeing being a future wrestler, he had a lot of charisma back then and personality-wise, and he had the size too. And as he grew older, he became an athlete. I didn't see anything like that. Kevin Lawler's personality was like a turd. I mean, and it still is here today. I don't like Kevin Lawler. Never have. I faked it for a while, a little bit, till he got so much on my nerves I couldn't handle it anymore. But Brian never had a crossword with in my life, never got mad at my life. He was the person that would have been, if we talked about this Saturday, the territories would have last, he would have been the man. Just an unbelievable talent and doing a great job right now.
Yeah, like, I'm glad he went to WWF, but I almost wish he hadn't. so it could have been more in Memphis.
You know, I don't think he would have had the bad examples.
Right.
Guys here couldn't afford it. That's a joke, by the way.
They definitely could have.
It's S&K's
No.
double play sale, and here's the pitch.
Dutch went there. Said one time, Jerry Jarrett, according to Dutch, Jerry Jarrett did a little speech anti-steroids, and Dutch said, Jerry, how do you expect us to afford steroids when you don't pay us enough to afford food?
Right.
DDT from 260. I'm so excited about this new relationship with Stacy. I can't wait to bring it out here today.
The whole, so the Dragons, the whole cheerleading team in there.
Was that Bartlett?
Bartlett or Collier? I can't remember which is the Dragons.
Shawn, Stasiak, the blue chipper, joining us here uninvited at the table today.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Stacy here? Maybe you can fill us
Do you
in.
think Al's little comment about Brian, do you think he thought I would turn that into a rant?
I haven't seen her. I don't think she's even here today.
Expect the unexpected.
Oh, of course. This is a good match between Brian and Derrick. They like each other, and certainly they were later years were buddies, traveled together a lot. Brian was at Derrick's wedding at the zoo. Derrick had the wedding at the zoo. It was an expensive wedding. Me and Bill Dundee and Donald went. And of course, Derrick, Brian Christopher was there. Of course, Derrick was there. Several of the other guys were there. It was a really nice wedding. Of course, that marriage is over, but that's another story for another day.
And Derrick hits the match.
Look at Brian all playing up to the cheerleaders over there.
Brian Christopher, 260.
You know, we've been looking for shows that's not blowaways. You know, as the last 5 or 6 have been blowaways, and we got the Jonesboro show out of the way. So this is more of a reset show.
Yeah.
But good. I like the
hell of an opening match.
Yeah, hell of an opening match and a hell of a recap. And a great Brian interview. Big clothesline by Derrick King right there. This is Power Pro Wrestling, people. The first developmental territory for the WWF. It started in 1998 in April. As Al says, did you talk to Dutch?
Remember the source of the
Hold on just a second.
Christopher, oh my goodness.
No, I did not. Dutch has a weird sense of humor. He sent out a text saying that he was assaulted down the street in Florida. Somebody threw rocks at him, and Al sent that to me, and he bought it like a hook, line, and sinker. Al did. And because Dutch had to put a retraction, said, I was joking, people, I was joking.
Just the way we did.
Who ran the USWA before Power Pros came about?
I wish we could get that person on the show.
And Derrick King, Mr. Personality, walking out of
No, actually, you're thinking a different person than I'm thinking. The person that ran the USWA right before Power Pro, the wrestling company had been sold, and a guy named Larry Burton was the general manager. Selkers were the owners. The real USWA, you can think of who ran the USWA, was me.
Right. Until late 96. Or early 97, actually.
Yeah, Blake's from Mississippi, so he knows everything about me, about my deal. Al says that's Florida him. He's a joker, that's for sure. I think we got a new one.
Jerry Lawler making his way around.
Former in-laws, and he didn't like that job anyway, so no, he does not.
Hey, King, before you and Corey get going, we want to know what's going on with Stacy here.
King Jerry Lawler in the house.
Okay. I mean, that was just, it's actually just a little bit of a misunderstanding. I mean, you saw what happened last week. I mean, Shawn Stasiak had a sister down here. She's talking about everybody from the South. She's talking about how slow we are and how backwards everybody is. And I just, I just wanted to try to give Shawn Stasiak a little taste of his own medicine. And so, I did to his sister what he had done to Stacy. I grabbed her, I kissed her, and I think Stacy thought the kiss went on a little too long. And I went back and watched it, Dave. I timed it. 26 seconds is not that long. Come on, you know. I mean, and
It was a while.
it was a little while. It wasn't that big a deal, actually. But Stacy, I think, overreacted a little bit, got a little bit upset, and I think she read a little bit more into it than was there. But I think everything's going to be all right.
Well, I hope so. Corey, isn't there a tape that we need to show him here?
Yeah, I understand Terry sitting down a tape. Let's take a listen to Terry. Shawn Stasiak's sister.
I am still thoroughly disgusted with the city of Memphis. From the moment I stepped off the plane and to the moment I left. I could not wait to get home and share
Thank
with
you,
my
Andrew.
mother, Shawn, the skank that you are with. That Stacy is nothing but white trailer park trash. Shawn, she is beneath us. She is so
Adam, do you like
low.
the way they're shooting this
that you are so
video
proud
with Terry
to be
walking
with
around?
her.
It irritates me. I don't like
I mean,
to.
she keeps
Yeah, it just
calling,
seems completely
she keeps
unnatural.
clawing at you. She can't seem to get enough of you, Shawn, but please do us a favor. Mom
But
and
that's
myself,
being shot by a
don't
WWF
Right.
Democrat.
Please.
And she was a
Continue,
producer.
Mr. Lawler. I just can't seem to get over.
Yeah, she got in trouble for doing the Memphis appearance by Shane McMahon. He got hot. That's why it was dropped so quick.
So they shot this and was like, and we're done.
I don't think I'll step foot in Memphis
They
again,
probably
but if
snuck
you're ever
this.
up north,
Mm.
feel free to look me up.
And then we get Mae
Maybe
Young.
we can share more than
Which is the best ever.
Right.
Some of the best
But I'm sure all that-
television ever.
I'm sure all that was a Lawler.
Shawn Stasiak's
The
sister.
girl,
Oh, yeah.
the sister Stasiak.
Wait a minute. I'm just glad that Stacy's not here to hear that interview. But you know what? I am up north quite a bit.
I was thinking the same thing. As a matter of fact, this week, I think.
As a matter of fact, Monday I got to be up north. But like I said, let's don't dwell on that kind of stuff. Let's don't think about that. We're going to get that misunderstanding straightened out. But what I do want to talk about real briefly, because I'm going to let the actions speak louder than words in just a few short minutes. Shawn Stasiak, I tried, like I said, to give you a taste of your own medicine as far as your sister went last week. This week, I'm going to give you a taste of a little bit more bitter medicine that you're not going to like one bit. Because later on today, you and I have got an explosive match. Now, down here in the South, where you think things are a little slow, sometimes we can speed them up. And an explosive match is the way we do it. Because what that means is falls count not only in the ring, but anywhere in this entire building. Out here on the floor, maybe out in the parking lot, anywhere you try to run from me, Shawn Stasiak, when I get you, if it's up in these people or wherever it is, if it's back in the ladies' restroom, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to beat you, Shawn Stasiak. So get ready for it. That's going to be in just a little while. You're not going to be able to run today, Stasiak.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, King.
Good interview from the King.
Terry, stuff down, okay?
Well, we'll try. I don't know how good it'll do, but we'll try. Take a look at Power Pro Wrestling on Tour. Tonight, we're in Mount Pleasant. Got the Mount Pleasant cheerleaders here with us today.
Mount Pleasant cheerleaders, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
that makes sense, huh?
Byers High School, talking about
It still says Lulu instead of Lula.
And then
Lulu, Mississippi.
Mississippi for
And of course in South Haven, Mississippi on February the 27th.
7:30 bell time in South Haven.
It's like I'm doing the plug, right? I don't
Right,
think they can go out and go. And of course, we return to the new Daisy. We return to the new Daisy in March.
Rage on March 5th.
For all the marbles is headed to
Jonesboro
Jonesboro,
at the Earl Bell?
Arkansas, the Earl Bell Community Center.
For all
8
the
o'clock
marbles.
Bell time. Get ready, Jonesboro.
Saturday, March 13th, South Fulton, Tennessee, at the high school.
South
7:30
Fulton,
will be
Tennessee. That's where The
bell
Rock
time.
And Earl,
debuted with
Arkansas, the
USWA.
Earl High School
Very
Center, bell
interesting.
time,
Earl, not
Saturday,
spelled
March
right.
the 20th.
It's spelled right there, but not
That's
there.
Power Pro Wrestling on Tour. That's like being right down there and seeing all of the Power Pro superstars.
Our hour continues in 2 minutes.
Manny went right to the break, didn't he? He says, what the heck? We got to get out of here. And we come back with the Power Hour. This is the Bad Street Match highlight of the entrance. Listen, look at that crowd, Adam. I want you to listen to it real quick. Hear the pop?
I do. Wow.
That was a live event. Obviously, It's not set up for television. How do you like that look? You can't see the crowd.
Right, and it sucks because the crowd was huge.
Yes.
Sellout, wasn't it?
Sellout. Turn away crowd.
Highlights of that bad street match coming up a little bit.
And how many was that at the Earl Bell?
Right now.
Wild down there.
That one was probably about 1,300
What
people.
that means is you got Lumberjacks. You got guys all around the ring. That way,
What
nobody
a
gets
pop.
out of
It
that
was,
ring. If they are,
of
they
course,
will run 'em right
Brandon
back
was
in
over there.
And
Michael
another
Hayes' first
Vicious
appearance there a
Big
long time.
Grimes
And he could just talk, man. He could talk. And he talked him into the house. That was a big part of it, that match with Cornette.
With a kendo stick.
Everybody talked him in. You know, I think Cornette did a great job. Brandon, Michael Hayes, I think I held my own. It was good at that point. For sure. And this is Venom in the house.
Hey, look, there's Bruno on camera.
Do what
I
now?
said there's Bruno.
Imagine that.
Here comes
Vicious Big Grimes.
Did he about fall?
Yeah, those camera cables are always laid out there. That got people several times.
Strap match.
There's Coco.
These guys have had
You know, I don't know any updates, but I read somewhere Coco's been in the hospital in Mississippi lately, but I don't know.
I read that he was doing better.
I heard that too.
So
I don't have any idea what the problem was.
I don't either. So prayers for Coco.
The young man who came in here and won the Young Guns title right off the bat. Yep. He has really.
So we got Vic Grimes and Erin O'Grady here, who had wrestled quite a bit, I believe, in APW before getting signed to WWE, so they had a history, and those guys had some pretty good matches.
Real good matches, there's no doubt about it. Too.
Tanner says good evening.
Couple of good ones. Hello, Tanner. Tanner Adam was a guest on
Yeah.
the Randy House show that you did not watch the other day. I don't know, where were you Christmas Eve? Were you traveling or were you already made it?
No, I drove Christmas Day.
So you at home?
Yep.
O'Grady follows with the drop kick. There goes Vicious Big Grimes.
He's out of the ring.
Lumberjacks are right on him like white on rice.
About what, fell into the front row there, it looks like.
Yeah. And you love that.
Oh yeah.
Grimes can't get back in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, being a fan in the audience for studio wrestling is the most awesome experience ever if you're a wrestling fan.
That's Bruno slamming down on our desk here with the strap.
Like I said, those two work together so well,
What a move, Aaron O'Grady.
despite the size
Vicious
difference.
Big Grimes.
Nice move, I mean.
Grimes not able to get going. Well, here he comes.
Bruno's jacket says Walls, Mississippi on it.
Out of the ring. And Coco Ware
Lumberjack strap match now. It's out of in my hands is the notes for tomorrow night. Does it look like I wrote a book compared to normal? We may go over 2 hours tomorrow. A big show. I'll preview it a little later. I like this match too. And just look at the matches we've had on television so far. It was Derrick King and Brian Christopher. Just very, very good. Go right to this match. Two newcomers, so to speak. Both of them, and that's a hell of a move there, and it's a hell of a match. With Lumberjacks, with Streak, with Bulldog, with Coco.
At the time, two guys that were the definition of young guns.
Absolutely. McTierney in the house.
Bulldog Wayne to try to help him out.
Tanner says almost like a stove dive every time they accidentally fall into the crowd. I'm surprised they don't have the ability to come back in the ring.
Grimes working on O'Grady.
Bring that Smurf out here.
Gonna be a big night of wrestling tonight. Mount Pleasant, Mississippi, H.W. Byers High School. Got the cheerleaders from H.W. Byers here with us today. Big night over there.
That's one thing I never do when I'm doing the show by myself. Thank God I don't have to do it too much. I forget about captions.
And they got it. Freak, Baldo, Derrick King, and he's right in the middle of all of that stuff. And he finally gets out of it.
Yeah, he finally gets himself back in the ring. And now
I love that camera shot because they put that camera up on a big box to get that shot. And then, of course, it started in USWA, but here, too, I love the shot from the grid down at an angle. It's probably my two favorite shots. And, of course, Power Pro did so much more handheld camera work, which gave it a neat look also.
Venom has got the kendo stick.
Big splash by O'Grady.
O'Grady's got the count of 3 on Vic Grimes. But look outside here as you got Venom and Streak going at it down on the floor. The match is over. Erin O'Grady's got the victory with the kendo.
Tanner says, would you rather take a bat across the back or a slap across the chest from one of them guys? I've done both. To tell you the truth, I guess it would depend on who it is. Probably.
Both hurt, right?
Both hurt. Sting.
Yeah.
Won't kill you.
A
slap across the face, if they catch you in the ear, that could bust the eardrum. That could be very dangerous. I guess a chop could cave your chest in. Oh, what's up here now, Adam? What's up here?
Looks like Stacy and Lawler's car. Or Stacy's car.
And is that Stacy getting out of the car?
Yep, that's Stacy.
That is Stacy walking this way.
And I like this part of Power Pro production. I really do.
Maybe we can get a comment or two a little bit later. She just walked right in the building. She is not a happy
walking with the purpose, isn't she?
That's called a power walk.
Yes, and she hasn't mastered it.
Dave Brown and Corey Macklin at ringside for this show, doing a great job as usual.
Let's take a look at the highlights of that Bad Street match in Jonesboro, Arkansas last week. Tremendous crowd. Everyone who was there, thank you very much. Hope you had a great, fun evening in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Wasn't a lot of fun for some folks, including Randy Hales over there. But take a look.
They were there, right?
Yeah, look at Michael with the belt.
Match in Jonesboro
He's going after you.
He got me with the other end of the belt with the
buckle.
Yeah, we didn't see much of it.
What's this called?
The buckle. Or I guess you call it the buckle.
Almost hit me in the eye.
Oh gosh.
Would have blinded me for all the marbles. Air versus. And now you put James Estes over very good and very deservedly so. However, Adam, I can tell you right now, the stuff was going outside on top of the building, in the locker rooms, all that, that's all.
Did I hear somebody say wrestle? King.
Me.
Right, you laying it out, but him executing.
Right.
Just call my friends at Golden Title Loans. 745.
Now, putting a camera in the roof and that's putting it on the box and all that's all him.
No credit check.
I probably didn't even know it till you just mentioned it. Well, you mentioned it every week, every single week.
Take it from the king. Go to Golden Title Loan, 1538 Getwell.
Do you need your windshield repaired?
Little commercial there. Be sure to check me out on Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube.com at Randy Hills. All the archive. You ever go to the Randy Hills YouTube channel to see what's up there?
I do. It's usually this show about 30 minutes later.
As well as rock repair. If you need a windshield, call You Need a
Of course,
Windshield.
tomorrow night.
385-2505.
Talking Memphis Wrestling, absolutely. It will be a big show. I think Pat Trammell and what's going on in Pat Trammell and Chris Ellis.
Look at that picture of Stacy.
Available contact Stacy. I can use Lawler or Stacy. I need Where's the number?
Sure, Dave loved that picture.
I think it said Nita Valet.
Valet services, yeah, call Stacy. Jerry Lawler, Shawn, Stasiak need not apply. Yeah.
Neither of them. Wow.
That was
Yeah, it was a Chrysler Sebring convertible. That is correct.
Yeah, so Stacy, that's interesting. Let's go back. Look at more of the Bad Street match from last week in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Don't
Yes,
forget
it was.
explosive match still to come here in this ring just minutes from now. Back to Jonesboro.
I like how we just split this up. And
Right.
we show three different things. Brandon with the chair, Michael Hayes getting the crowd. There you see James G. Cornette. I believe what we did at the start of the match, we took Ugly Ed Johnson from K-Fine back in the back and handcuffed him back to keep him out of the match to the finish.
Look at Randy. Now, Randy had a real tough night.
There's that left hand from Randy.
He was worked over pretty bad, as we just saw a moment ago. But in a 3-on-1 situation.
Look at that crowd.
There you go. Yeah, now you can see it.
All of a sudden, here comes a little help.
Ugly Ed Johnson.
Yeah, Ugly Ed from K-Fine. He comes to the rescue.
So we had Michael handcuffed in the ring.
Hayes, and that makes it a little more even.
Yeah, a little P.S. I guess you could say from Michael Hayes. He's putting it to boy
Cornette
Tony right there.
takes a powder.
No, you had to put the baby faces over. So it's Tony and me and Cornette. Who do you think gets beat?
Look at the lights. Wow. The lights you guys had for that was awesome.
Oh, it's all set up, and you can see.
Jonesboro was rocking.
Coming back to Jonesboro.
You see a seat
No,
in the house?
no, it's flat full.
Jonesboro on the 6th, and you will see more action, a lot like this.
Who we gonna beat?
Oh my goodness! Took him right down to the mat. There's the count of 3.
Yep, there you go. Beat Randy and Cornette, looked like.
Baxter got the big
I
victory.
think we beat Cornette, didn't we?
Yeah.
Speaking of Brandon Baxter, Michael P.S. Hayes has sent in an interview. It arrived
Oh, I love these, Adam.
by FedEx earlier this week. And Michael has asked that I bring Brandon out while we play the interview. So
I want you to hear
Baxter,
this
if
interview.
anybody in the back can see Brandon, come on out, and let's hear what Michael P.S. Hayes has to
Michael
say.
has asked for Brandon to come out in the interview, and then you comment about the interview when we go to Mike.
Looked like Brandon had a weird look on his face that the Backstreet music was playing.
Sent this interview in to
We
me,
jumped
and he
the
asked
gun.
that you be here while it was played. So if it's all right with you, monitor right here. Fans, here's Michael Hayes.
Hey, everybody, you know who I am, Michael P.S. Hayes. And before I say what I've got to say, I want to tell everybody that jam-packed the new Daisy Theater last Friday night. Thank you. And Jonesboro, Arkansas knew it'd been far too long since we rock and rolled, and we put the biggest crowd in Jonesboro ever. You understand what I'm saying? Ever. But I asked Dave Brown to give me some time because, Dave, I wanted you to bring that man out there that is standing by you now. And, of course, I'm talking about Brandon Baxter. You see, Brandon, I think it's very important that I explain a couple of things to you. Now, you know, Memphis, Tennessee, and this whole area is very special to Michael P.S. Hayes. See, from the King Jerry Lawler to superstar Bill Dundee to the great Jackie Fargo and my main man, Handsome Jimmy, the Memphis area has seen legends, but
He's kind of moving around too.
Yeah. Got a Jackie Fargo reference out of him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Adam and I are sharing the headsets here, so when I want him to hear something, I hand him the headset, so I cannot hear. I just remember most of the interview,
Right.
but I don't remember what he said about Jackie.
Deal with the fact that Tuesday would be gone. And give me back my bullets. Ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Trust me, Jack, we found out the hard way. The poison whiskey will ruin your mind. But in 1979, we left Memphis, Tennessee, and went to Louisiana and had the big feud with the late, great Junkyard Dog. But when we left Louisiana town, that's right, we headed for Hot Atlanta. We touched it, turned it on, and we burned it down. The next stop was Texas, and we kicked down the door. That's where we met Jimmy Jam Garvin, and that's when he became number 4. Are you catching what I'm talking about, Brandon? Because, see, last week, I got on to you. Because that night in Memphis, you were in awe just because you were Michael Hayes' partner. That is not what we're looking for, Brandon. I told you you had to do unto others before they do unto you, and that's exactly what you did last Saturday night in Jonesboro, Arkansas, when you busted Randy Hales open. Didn't it feel good? Didn't it feel real good? I whooped Randy Hales like he owed me money. Matter of fact, I think he still does owe me money.
You still owe him money?
Do what?
He said he whooped you like you owed him money. You still owe him money?
Probably he would say that.
Yeah.
You have to take your life into your own hands. Don't wait on anybody because you've got it inside.
Michael just does a great job and hadn't done wrestling interviews in a long time. As PJ says, he can talk for hours non-stop, and with the rhymes and everything, he's just great. One of the better ones ever.
It's a well-known fact.
Great job.
I'll drop anybody where they stand, just like that.
Michael
No, it don't
Hayes
get-
with words of encouragement
Get much better than
and
that,
actually
and
some
him
orders
into the
there
interview
for Brandon Baxter.
gave permission for Brandon to use the Bad Street
The Freebirds have a
interview.
rough shot over the whole wrestling industry, and I guess, you know, he wants me to maybe carry on the Freebird name. I don't really know, but I know
The attitude, I think.
the attitude and everything. And Michael Hayes, you said I was in awe of you in Memphis, and I was. You know, everybody had to be in awe of Michael Hayes, but I promise you this, Michael Hayes, Brandon Baxter in Memphis, Tennessee.
You know, I always liked USWA would do this too, but I always liked how Dave and whoever the other announcer was would kind of give professional courtesy. The other one would go stand back by the curtain.
Yeah, I always thought that was good too for the announcers. It's not something we told them to do. It's just something they did do. Maybe something Dave says, Corey, when you're doing the interview, I'll step outside, vice versa.
Yeah, just kind of that way. That. Oh, this is funny.
That's Randy Hales out there with her.
You know what? I'm the owner, founder, and president. I don't have a valet. I would love to have it.
You hear the crowd too.
That was a great segment. I want to get real quick, even though it was answered for him. We were bragging about the Earl Bell Community Center, Jonesboro, Arkansas. That was the place of the sellout crowd. My hometown, about 5 minutes from where I grew up. And in the back of that building was a swimming pool where Randy Hales learned to swim.
Look at that belt.
Very proud of the belt, and I got to say that is a fine-looking championship belt.
Oh, it's a good-looking piece of gold.
Wrestling, let me tell you. There it is right there. Nice close-up of the belt.
It was done for comedy's sake, Tanner. That was the whole idea.
You made this the Freebird Hour. You made this, you spent 15 minutes of this show with the Freebird. Play the music, get Kid Wicked out here because we have a match going on here. We're supposed to have a match coming in here. You made this the Freebird Hour. Did you like what just happened?
Oh, I didn't like it at all. Didn't make it the Freebird Hour. It's just Michael taking Brandon under his wing and trying to teach him how to deal with you guys.
Hey, Kid Wicked, you come here. Come here right now. This won't take any time at all. What is your deal? Do you think you can really have a chance with Baldo?
Look at that black hair. No gray.
Oh. There you go. Beat him quick. Beat him quick.
Baldo nails Kid Wicked from behind. That has become somewhat of a trend that Baldo won't face this kid one up. He tries to nail him from behind or jump him before the bell sounds or something like that.
Very impressive.
Just happened here again.
Baldo, big man, very impressive physically.
From my hometown, a common criminal, and Michael Hayes. And I'll keep this interview clean, Dave, but I wish that I didn't have to because I hate Michael Hayes because he busted my head open. He lashed my back.
I said in the promo, so I'll keep this clean, but I wish I didn't have to.
Well, let me tell you something. That garbage about the Freebirds, can I say what I'm thinking?
Probably not. But you're right. He did come in, and it was a rough night.
He's pulling his back hair.
Yeah.
Last week.
Come on, Baldo. Look at this Kid Wicked.
Kid Wicked going after Baldo. He wants that Young Guns title back, Randy, and you're trying to ignore this match and talk about Michael Hayes.
He hit him below the belt. Can I say that?
Oh, look at that.
You can, and he did. Oh, Bruno trips him up.
Bruno does the tripping.
He's not anything. He's not athletical.
Bruno holding on to him.
Hey, don't follow Bruno.
That's called heat.
Bruno out of here.
Come out here, Dave.
Well, Randy, a total travesty of justice here.
No, it's not a travesty of justice at all. Let me tell you something. Brandon Baxter, this is going to end. Michael Hayes talked about the Freebirds. He talked about the history.
Jesus Christ.
Michael Hayes and the Freebirds say, do unto others before they do unto you. And that's what you get here.
That's all you could do was brace for that. That was swift and quick.
Jumping Randy Hales
Good
from behind, saying that's the Freebird way. That's what Michael Hayes
Are you even
wants.
alive?
And he leaves Randy lying here on the floor.
Back that up. Let's see that, Adam.
Oh, gosh, if I can.
Baxter up in the air. Now right, drops him down by ringside over here.
You want to see that shot again?
Yeah.
Randy smashed
I will
with a
try.
folding metal
Folks,
chair
if I
by
screw this
Brandon
up because I'm not on my computer,
Bruno
I
out to help
apologize.
Randy. He did. Oh, Bruno.
I went back a little far.
Well, that's okay. We'll see the end. Here.
Okay.
A trip from Bruno.
Anything. He's not athletical.
Bruno holding on to him.
Not athletical, I said. Jesus, is that even a word?
And Kid Wicked now chasing Bruno out of here.
I think it's Arkansas word, yeah.
Randy,
Let's watch. No
a
sense.
total travesty
For me.
of justice here.
No,
in
it's
that
not
match.
a travesty of justice at all. Let me tell you something. Brandon Baxter, this is going to end. Michael Hayes talked about the Freebirds. He talked about the history.
Jesus. There we go.
Michael Hayes and the Freebirds say, do unto others before they do unto you. And that's what you get. That's what you
Brandon Baxter.
And we saw, before we stopped the tape,
From behind,
you think it's over here.
That's what Michael Hayes
I'm
wants.
still selling like I'm dead. Because that hurt
Hell, you
Adam.
probably were.
Lying here on the
Kind
floor.
of explains a few things.
Oh, Baldo has Brandon Baxter up in
Oh,
the
look,
air.
Baldo's
Now
got
drops
Brandon.
him down by ringside over here.
Dave just said that, and you said the exact
Did I
same
really?
words.
No,
Yeah.
no, didn't even have a headset on. How about
Brandon
that?
Baxter. Bruno
Good
out to help
Lord.
Randy up and out of here maybe. Here comes Derrick King around behind. He nails Baldo. Baldo simply turns and smashes Derrick King, knocks him over the top rope. In the ring, he goes back to Brandon Baxter, and he's choking him. As Brandon was running out of here, he ran
manhandling
right
him.
into Baldo out in the hallway, coming to help Randy Hayes. Man, he just threw him.
I remember right. I think Aubrey takes a hell of a bump here. Hey, look at this.
Now the referee trying to help him. Baldo.
He's lucky he didn't kill
I know.
himself.
Good Lord.
And I think that was it for him during the show.
Hell, it should have been.
I want to give you the
breathe his last breath.
Come on.
Hell, how are you able to
Call him
talk?
off. Call him off. Brandon's in trouble. He's Baldo choking him here. We need some help for Brandon Baxter, if anybody can hear me back there.
Well, this is a reset show, so everybody go out there and get killed today.
Come on,
Right.
Randy, call him off.
Going the
Call
heat
him
route.
Right.
off. Call him off. He's not calling him off. Let's take a break and we'll
Brandon's
get this
foaming at the
straightened
mouth.
out.
Get ready, because the wheels of the future...
Tanner said something, but you switched it off the screen, so I guess you didn't like what he said.
No, he's going to break. Now we're back.
Let me tell you, Baldo out here choking Brandon Baxter. Brandon,
See, I like that too. When
No,
something like that happens,
in
and we just go
serious
to break.
trouble there, and Randy egging him on, wouldn't call him off. I'm going to tell you the way I finally got him out of here. I told him,
I'll be the referee.
oh, we don't need you refereeing.
Sure don't.
I'd almost rather go without a referee as to have you in here.
Bruno's
doing
gonna
it.
referee.
Aubrey
Yes.
was thrown out over the top rope, and he was hurt.
Oh, and here
The
comes
way we
Stacy.
got Randy out of here, I told him if he didn't leave and call Baldo off, I was going to have him arrested.
Sounds good to me.
Dave said the reason I got him out of here is that I told Randy if he didn't get out of here, I'd have him arrested.
Well,
Hello, Stacy. We've noticed
That'd be
the
pretty
signs and all
sucky to
of
get
that.
freaking nailed with a chair and then get arrested.
from the precinct across the street.
I mean, everybody you've asked except me. When you want to know something about Stacy, ask Stacy.
Okay, what's up with Stacy?
Huh, funny you ask. Glad you asked me, Dave. Let's just first things first. Let's talk about that slut, Shawn Stasiak's sister.
You're talking about Terry and what happened last week with a kiss.
You're looking kind of surprised at my language. You know that's what she is. She is a slut.
Well, that's your opinion. I know.
You know, she comes out here and
I can just tell by Dave's face.
Stacy called Terry a slut twice.
Okay.
That was
I can just tell by Dave's face that
It
wasn't
lasted
good.
a little too long. 26 seconds it lasted.
26-second long kiss is what Stacy's saying. Adam.
Okay.
And, you know,
Adam not
it
wearing
really
a
got into
headset.
it, and I didn't like that at all. And you know what? I don't need Jerry Lawler. I do not need him at all. I don't need
Stacy's saying doesn't need Jerry Lawler.
anybody to make it.
Doesn't need anybody.
I can do it on my own.
Do
Because
it on
you
her
know,
own.
Dave, sex sells. anybody. You know, Sable, she's going to be on the cover of Playboy magazine next month. You know, I could do something like that. Just see, you know, I could be, I know you like the long dresses.
Yeah, well, don't.
The girl's not covered up or anything. But look at this. I could, you know, this turns into a little mini skirt.
Okay, that's enough.
I can be just as sexy as anybody. Don't you think so?
Okay, well, I'm not gonna argue with that. And you know, the problem with you and Jerry and Stasiak and all of that, that's kind of between you, and I thought you'd probably have it worked out by now.
Well, we haven't. And I'm on my own, and I'm looking for somebody. Have you seen my...
I saw the poster. Yeah.
A little bit better picture.
Need a valet services available. Contact Stacy. Jerry Lawler or Shawn Stasiak need not apply. And I noticed you're putting those all up back in the dressing area where the wrestlers are. Got some prospects already. I noticed you turned Randy Hales down. That was a good one. Here's Shawn Stasiak right here, and he thinks.
I don't know what he thinks. I don't think he knows what he thinks.
I tell you what he told us. He told us that your relationship was more than just a valet thing, and that he's very happy about it. And that's the reason for Terry being here last week and all of that. Meanwhile, here comes the king.
What?
I don't know, said the king.
No, I'm going to sit back here with David Corey for this match. Thank you very much. I don't know.
Well, she's not going to be a valet for either of them. Yeah, come on. Come on. Well,
referee calls for the bell. I'll get down.
Stacy staying for commentary.
Talking about
The Power Hour, the last segment, or maybe a closing segment of the main event of the show today.
It's funny, Bruno refereeing. Usually, when he refereed, he would wear like goggles over his glasses.
Yes. Randy Wade says, were you and Bruno friends? It's kind of like over the years, love-hate relationship. We have been friends, and I have fired his ass.
That means the falls count anywhere, Stacy.
So today we have a real good relationship.
Why is Bruno? Well, you know, that's a good question, and one that I'm not happy about, that Bruno's refereeing this match, because Baldo picked up Aubrey Wayne and threw him over the top rope at the end of the last match.
Aubrey Wayne and that badass bump across over the top rope. It's a wonder he's not dead.
He sailed over that top rope, just boom, right onto the floor.
I think Baldo needs somebody who can beat him. As a matter of fact, he's been kind of running wild here since he won the Power Pro title. I don't know if he needs a valet or not.
I think I'd be a good asset to anyone in their corner at ringside. Don't you?
Well, it's hard to argue with that. There's a count at 2. Lawler's got the boot on the bottom rope. Oh, okay. Well, Bruno saw one. How about that? Bruno
can't see anything. I think I ought to go out here and look a little.
Bruno saw that the boot was on the bottom rope, and he stopped it at the 2 count. The match continues. Now Stacy is at ringside. She grabs Stasiak's boot, puts it on the bottom rope.
Oh, she helped Shawn.
Oh, my goodness.
Stacy helping Stasiak. Is Stasiak right? Is there more to that relationship maybe than...
Maybe so.
And Stacy is admitting.
That's funny from Tanner about
Meanwhile,
the Army surplus
the
owner. Especially when it came to wearing glasses that he didn't need to keep and put in danger.
Oh, look, man, there's your help, Lawler.
Lawler's boot on the bottom rope.
I guess he's showing she can give service to anyone who wants her.
Help Lawler. You know,
Just showing everyone out there.
Mighty gracious today.
I'm just showing all the wrestlers out there what I can do for them.
So-
What kind of asset I can be at ringside.
this is like your video resume, then, is what you're doing here.
Exactly, Dave. You got it.
Oh, look out.
Ooh, good Lord.
Whoa! Right over the desk goes Stasiak.
They're down here on the floor. Remember, it's an explosive match, and they just about exploded on top of Corey and me.
Yeah, Lawler says, come on, I got him. He's got Stasiak hooked. Stacy with the powers.
Oh, she missed. She hit Lawler. Stasiak
on the floor,
ducks out of the way.
That's 3.
That's it.
It's Falls Count Anywhere.
Falls Count Anywhere, the 1, 2, 3, and there you go. And Stacy involvement in that thing, and she missed.
Huh.
Stacy's walking out on Stasiak.
Excuse me, why are you pushing?
Lots of action coming up as Power Pro Wrestling will be in Mount Pleasant, Mississippi tonight. Cheerleaders from Mount Pleasant and from Collierville here. They're all going to be there tonight.
The year in review for 1998 coming up in a few minutes after this particular edition of Power Pro shows up, and then Adam does his preview. Then give me time to research.
Shawn Stasiak there. I saw a glimpse there. Yeah, I thought I saw Lawler running through.
He's headed that way. Nails Stasiak in the parking lot.
Stacy's at her car. Now she's getting in the car.
Stasiak stumbling out there.
Goes over to the car.
Stacy is in the car, and it looked like she locked the door. She's refusing to talk to Lawler. And
there goes Stacy.
Well, that little soap opera is going to continue, it looks like, for a while.
That's it.
More next week. We'll see you on the Power Hour live at
Yes, they absolutely 100%. 100%. They put cartoons aired on Channel 5 before the wrestling, not so much after we go to sports. What we're going to do, Adam, why I find this video is you can do your comments on this show today and your preview.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, another great show. I didn't get to hear much of it because Randy's bogarting the headset, but another great show that I do remember well. See, you can see all the behind-the-scenes stuff now, Randy, looking for video and everything. But, hey, next week we're going to have episode 40. Well, it says 46. It should be 47. Let's see here. Episode 46.
If you'd have listened to me
in
our production meeting, I told you it was wrong on that.
Right, yeah.
But I told you that.
Episode 46 is going to be Mick Tierney joins Randy Hale's syndicate. So how about that? Shawn Stasiak introduces his mother, which is Mae Young. Stacy confronts Mama Stasiak. Lawler, Stacy, Stasiak, and Mae Young all have a brawl. Baldo forfeits the Young Guns title next week. Brandon and Bruno have a brawl. We get more from Mae Young. Derrick King will be going against Venom. We'll have Lawler and Streak going against Brian Christopher and Shawn Stasiak, and we'll get a big brawl to end everything at the end of the show. Episode 47, we'll have Mae versus Stacy. Episode 48, we'll have Lawler versus Baldo. Episode 49, Kurt Angle.
His big debut for Power Pro Wrestling against the Yellow Jacket.
Your favorite wrestler.
Then the week after that, hey, I better not do that. Anyway, the week after that, him against Tony Falk.
Tony Falk. And then we'll hear rumors about the Fabs coming back to town.
Hey, maybe that has something to do with Stacy, you think?
Could be. And then episode 50, like you said, we'll get Kurt Angle against Tony Falk and a big surprise from Baldo.
I won't like that at all.
Okay.
I will not like that at all. Now, I'm going to explain what we're going to do. We are going to show you the year-end review from Power Pro Wrestling 1998. Now, the show starts. This is from the December 26, 1998 show. The show starts with the regular open. We'll just go ahead and air that and go through the video. So we'll do that. This is 1998 in review.
Here we go.
Been here, I've been protecting Randy here. Those awards are mine.
Each one of you know I'm winning every award that you're giving out.
You're too short to win all the awards. You can't carry them. Those awards are mine.
I'm the most
I've been protecting Randy Hill since I've been here. I've been taking on the street.
People in
Every week. Those awards are mine.
And you like this open?
Yeah, I do. That was my favorite. My favorite open, favorite music. There's a guy that used to eat fire. I forgot his name.
We're here. Yes, Yes, indeed. Hello again, everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin at ringside, ready to go with another day of the Power Hour, Power Pro Wrestling. You know, we've had quite a year in 1998.
It has been a big one.
Opening year for Power Pro Wrestling, and a lot of things have happened. We'll kind of review that a little bit, and we'll have some special awards for various folks in Power Pro Wrestling here today.
As a matter of fact, we got the Wrestler of the Year awards. We got Rookie of the Year, and we'll talk about that right now.
Now, Coquine is asking if Michael Hayes is done, not done with Power Pro. He'll be back.
In the match right here. Yeah, Rookie of the Year right now. I have the envelope with Rookie of the Year nominees, and they are right here.
Let's see who the Rookie of the Year is going to be.
I think I know, since I decided.
Since we aired it a few weeks ago.
A
couple months ago now.
Yeah.
Watch this reaction from the winner. It's great.
Rookie of the Year. This young man has had quite a year. He's been on a chase for the Young Guns title.
Look how happy Derrick is actually wearing the Shawn Michaels tights there.
Yes.
This has got to be a nice consolation for him right here. Rookie of the Year honors from Power Pro Wrestling.
Finally, Rookie of the Year right here. Here I am, Derrick King, the rookie. I am so happy. First of all, I'd like to thank all the judges. I'd like to thank all the people. I'd like to thank my dog Bingo. I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank you.
He says he'd like to thank his dog Bingo.
Yeah, I remember that.
People were with him. People were excited. Derrick didn't have the size at that time, but he had charisma from day one, and he was likable and was a good part of the Young Gun division.
Let's take a look at the year in review with Power Pro Wrestling right
And
here.
here comes the pitch to the year in review.
A big balloon drop. I know you love that.
Yeah, I love that.
The king on the sedan throne there. David the Worm gets nailed by Kid Wicked. Handsome Jimmy.
The boy from New York City. He's a rocker and a roller little fuck too. He's raised by a gypsy. You know, old Handsome's cool.
Yes, Jackie.
And she's looking fine. Now, I want to remind you of this audio. Do you remember it?
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't like it. Do you?
I've got that music. Oh, yeah, the Godwins.
The Godwins on top.
Derrick with another big jump when Jackie said she would marry him. Oh, the blast off in the dome with Kane.
Brooks says he wants to know where those trophies are. I have no idea. That's Jeff Jarrett blasting Brandon Baxter. That's the Road Dogg and Brian Christopher. They had a hell of a match.
Oh, yes, Rumble on the River.
July 4th,
And
1998.
look at Brandon.
Painted red, white, and blue. And yes, Miss Jackie looked fine. Hey, look at that crazy woman.
Throwing you around by the hair. By that jet black hair.
Hey.
Busting the window out of the Chrysler New Yorker.
Yes. My Chrysler New Yorker.
Yeah, that you had to drive off with a hole in the windshield.
Yes.
Didn't break it, put a hole in it. Security running out there to stop it. And then, of course, Lawler. I mean, look, he is still smoking.
There's Brian.
Look at the lights here, too.
Yeah, Mid-South Coliseum. In Memphis, and you'll see his opponent.
Rock.
Here comes the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today, and that is the Rock.
Look who's driving the ambulance.
Hey, that Jerry Lawler done stole the ambulance.
And look at the crowd.
Going back, you know what, crazy.
Going banana.
Going banana, Pat Patterson would say.
Oh, there he went losing.
Hey. This might not have been. Hey, Brad, I like
now
that.
you're happy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm real happy.
You went whole range of emotion there in about 40 seconds.
Got caught with the stunner, and I think I got fast counted there.
Oh, you gonna blame Aubrey?
Yes.
Stinking
horrible.
Then threw him. Oh, best referee you ever had. Then threw him through the table. Aaron O'Grady against Kid Wicked. Good matches there.
And he won in his first appearance here, the Power Pro
Big
Championship.
Grimes. Ooh, through the table. Oh, and then burning Stasiak. And then there's Tom.
Tanner asking, when did I get my head changed? Which time?
Right.
Probably 5 or 6 different times. That was in August of '98, right?
Yeah.
And that was probably the first time.
And of course, a brawl breaks out.
Imagine that.
Yep. So even like this, the cameras are all over the place because you didn't know what was going to happen. Shit's happening everywhere. That's how it's supposed to look.
Had Santa Claus out there.
Yeah, I wonder who Santa was, right? I'm sure we find out in a second. Tony Falk.
Tanner 98 was the hair shaven we saw right there. And yes, my hair grows back quick.
Yep. Everybody was singing but Dave. Just come out of it there. Yep.
Well, it was a Christmas free-for-all we had here last week. I certainly hope we can avoid that here today. But thanks to James Estes and Randy Hales for producing that video.
That's Harrison, of course, is Tony Falk.
And thanks to all of the fans, too, for making it what it's been. Thank you to all of our powerful wrestling fans, huh? Here comes,
Bill and Samantha, you know they're not happy.
No, wonder what this is about.
Chat with them just a moment after taking a look at the great year in review. Bill?
I don't think Samantha could look more pissed if she tried.
Let me tell you something, brother. You better be watching this.
After this interview, we'll come
out of it. I think he's mad because you left him off that video.
Yes.
I thought it was great.
You thought, yeah, it was great, but I wasn't on it. And I did as much stuff around here as anybody. Well, Hales, let me tell you something, brother. I know what's wrong with you, Jack, and I know why you did it. You produced that, and you left the superstar and Samantha off it. Well, everybody runs about today. I don't know whether they want to expose this business or what the hell they want to do. But if you're not a big fat guy jumping on somebody on a table, you ain't a wrestler. I'm a wrestler, Jack. McTinney's a wrestler. The name of the game's still wrestling. What does that say there?
Our pro wrestling.
It doesn't say fat man jumping on a table, does it? It says wrestling. Well, Randy Hales, you long drink of water. If you want to be extreme, I'll show you extreme. And the other thing, Dave Brown, what they seem to want today, they want a half-naked woman. You want to see how much of a woman Sam is? Take that off.
No, we're not going
to Dave just got to get in front of her.
We'll be back.
All right,
we'll
there you go. Fantastic. Right. Man, I love me some Bill Dundee. Absolutely. I love that segment. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. The people loved that segment. It was great. This has been fun having you in the studio. Now, I want to know, are you going to be in studio tomorrow night? Or are you going to be headed back to the Peachtree State of Georgia?
We'll have to make it a tease, not to tune in tomorrow to find out.
Well, I would like to know if I was going to have company or not.
Tune in to find out.
In other words, he hadn't made his mind up.
No, I haven't made my mind up yet, no.
Tomorrow night, it's Talking Memphis Wrestling. Michael St. John out of town, but Chris Ellis and Pat Trammell should be here. And we listen to this lineup of just videos. We have the June 5th, 1975 final of the Road to the Go program and background information leading to it, but we will see 11 minutes and 25 seconds of Jack Briscoe and Jerry Lawler. Also, a classic 1976 confrontation. Jerry Lawler confronts Mike Stark, one of the classic reactions of all time from
the Lancer.
Channel 13 from Lance Russell. We also show the 1976 television show where Lance Russell and Jerry Lawler changed roles, swapped roles. It is great. We will show about 50 seconds of Lawler's promos about Lance Russell. We will show the build-up to Rocky Johnson and Jerry Lawler's big match in 1976 from WHBQ Eyewitness News, which includes, and I'm going to show this because you like TV stuff. Yeah. This shows a 1976 Channel 13 weather forecast from Dave Brown.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to love that.
Also, we will show a match we talked about last week in 1977, a match that was restarted, stopped, then restarted, Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee. We will have that on the show tomorrow, and we also have some Joe LeDuc highlights. Right. Man, I'm going to give you great information on Jack Briscoe, Mike Stark. We will take a look at a lot of cards, a lot of great cards that was at the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee lot of great information and a loaded. I don't think I can get there. You see the notes. We can't get it in 2 hours, can we?
No, it's probably going to be a little bit longer than a 2-hour show.
Well, with Michael not here, that'll help out some.
Are you doing radio this week?
No, they're off to the first of the year.
So no radio.
No radio. Even though he has it up there, no radio.
No radio.
All right, Adam. It's so great. I wish you could drive up here every Monday night. This is fun.
Well, once a month. That's pretty good, right?
We have to figure out how you can hear audio. There has to be a way.
Yeah, we'll have to get like a splitter and just have 2 headsets or something like that next time around. Let's see. Tanner has a comment. Let's see what that is there. Fun to do an episode of Dave Brown Lance Russell where it's nothing about the wrestling, but about what they did outside of it. Well, Lance, of course, Dave did the weather, and Lance did most of the wrestling stuff because Lance worked for the wrestling company.
And before that, before 1977, he was the program director for
HBQ for RKO Television. Exactly right.
Any other people want to talk?
Al says, another great show. Looking forward to tomorrow's show. Al, we're looking forward to having you with us.
All right, everybody. Thanks to Adam Dunn. Thanks, guys, for supporting us. And remember, in just a few minutes, we will, maybe 30, it will be up on my YouTube page. And if you haven't subscribed to it, I need numbers. And so there you go, youtube.com. @Randy Hales, and so that's as easy as you can. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks to Adam Dunn. Thanks to you guys. See you tomorrow night on Talking Memphis Wrestling. Until then, Adam and I are out.
Power Pro Wrestling. Pro Wrestling.